Eala bucks pain to win 3-set thriller over Donna Vekic at ASB Classic. Eala had to call for a medical timeout before the third set decider, but pulled through against Paris 2024 silver medalist Donna Vekic in their round of 32 matchup at the ASB Classic. Eala survived a tough challenge from world number 69 Donna Vekic, advancing in the singles tournament of the ASB Classic, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4, on Tuesday in Auckland, New Zealand. Eala, ranked 53rd in the WTA rankings, dug deep and pushed through the pain after needing a medical timeout before the deciding third set, getting a positive note on her first singles match of the 2026 season. The 20-year-old leaned on her youth as she survived a marathon second set which lasted an hour, including holding her serve after 4 deuces to keep herself ahead of Vekic, 4-3. This proved pivotal as she also broke the Croatian's serve in the next game to gain some form of leeway, 5-3. While Vekic saved 2 set points and broke right back in Game 9, Eala recovered from a 30-15 disadvantage in Game 10 to convert on breakpoint and force the decider, 6-4. It was a nip-and-tuck affair also in the third, but fatigue looked to affect 29-year-old Vekic as she was forced into some uncharacteristic errors. This included errors on her service game in Game 8 where Eala was able to convert on her second break point to gain the 5-3 advantage. Serving for the match, Eala was unable to close out Vekic as the Paris 2024 silver medalist got within a game, 4-5. But another crucial break on Vekic's serve shut the door, allowing Eala to move on. Luisa Morales is a sports writer with a special interest in promoting women's sports. Her coverage highlights include the UAP, PVL, Southeast Asian Games, and the FIBA World Cup. She also follows Eala, the Philippine women's national football team, and mixed martial arts. The fire within, Eala's battle through pain to triumph at the ASB Classic. On a warm summer night in Auckland, New Zealand, stadium lights bathed the ASB Tennis Center in brilliance as a crowd buzzed with expectation. Among them, voices from all over the world, but most passionately, Filipinos who had come in droves to witness something extraordinary. In the center court stood Alexandra Eala, a 20-year-old Filipino tennis prodigy whose journey that evening would become one of the most compelling stories of her burgeoning career. She was set to face Donna Vekic, a seasoned Croatian star, Paris 2024 Olympic silver medalist, and a player known for her tactical prowess and competitive fire. Vekic wasn't just a threat, she was a litmus test. For Eala, it wasn't just about winning a match, it was about defining who she had become as a competitor, how she bore her ambitions, and how she responded when the odds tumbled against her. One sports plus one. That night wasn't going to be easy. It wouldn't be polished, it wouldn't be clean, it would hurt. But it would tell the world that Eala wasn't here to compete quietly. She was here to leave a mark. First set, the early spark and the sudden fall. From the first serve, Eala came out with something electric in her movement, urgency tinged with boldness. She jumped to a commanding 3-0 lead early in the opening set, surprising spectators and perhaps even herself against a player of Vekic's experience. Her ground strokes were clean, her returns sharp. The crowd woke up to the thrilling possibility that Eala was asserting herself right from the outset. GMA Network. But professional tennis, like life, does not surrender control to whoever starts strong. In a sudden turn of events, Vekic awoke from the early frost. She readjusted. She attacked. And in the balance of power, as momentum shifted like a storm's wind, she reeled off 6 of the next 7 games to snatch the first set 6-4. The applause for Vekic's resilience was heartfelt, but the tension in Eala's chest must have tightened. GMA Network. No faults were thrown, no cheap errors. This was not a breakdown. Instead it was a battle test, the kind that reveals how champions are forged. You take a hard blow and you stand back up. Second set, grit, heart, and the marathon that never quit. The second set would not be won by speed, nor by sensation, but by endurance and belief. From the outset, both athletes traded tenacious points. The games were long, each hold of serve a test of will. And as the minutes ticked into an hour that felt like an eternity, Eala showed signs of that special resilience, not raw power, not flash, but sheer steadfastness under fire. On sports. At 4-3, she faced down game points, rallying from 4 deuces to hold serve. Every ball she struck felt like a vow, "I am still here." That moment, a microcosm of her spirit, shifted not just the score, but the energy of the match. The crowd leaned in, hushed and excited. And yet, Vekic wasn't done either. In Game 9, she saved set points and broke back, showcasing her veteran instincts. The momentum swung again, beautifully, brutally, until the 10th game, where Eala finally seized back control, clinching the set 6-4 and forcing a decider. This set, a marathon on its own, served as a reminder of why sport captivates us. It wasn't just tennis, it was a narrative of two wills weaving a tapestry of resilience. Third set, pain, perseverance, and triumph. Entering the decider, pressure weighed heavy. For a moment, it seemed that the physical toll had taken its course. Eala, sensing discomfort that she could no longer carry quietly, asked for a medical timeout just before the final set began. Experts, teammates, even casual fans might have expected a dip, a faltering. But that isn't what happened. What followed was a testament to her grit. Back on court, both women gave everything and more. The scoreline seesawed, each game filled with long rallies and unrelenting intensity. At 5-3, Eala seemed poised to serve for the match, but the drama wasn't done. She got broken, sending a collective gasp through the crowd. Yet instead of unraveling, she held her nerve. ASB classic. Rather than fold, Eala struck back, rallying, breaking serve again, and seizing the opportunity to convert the match at 6-4. It was more than a score. It was a victory against fatigue, against expectation, against the sliver of doubt that had crept into every athlete's mind at some point. ASB classic. More than a win, the heart of a champion. When the final point was won, the crowd erupted. In a moment both triumphant and humbling, Eala looked out into the stands, where many Filipinos had gathered, and spoke of how support had lifted her, how home is about the people and not the place. Her gratitude wasn't just courtesy, it was truth. This wasn't just a match. It was a coming-of-age moment, in front of the world, against one of the toughest opponents she has faced, in the first singles match of her 2026 season. It spoke to everything that makes sport special: pain, passion, precision, perseverance, and personal pride. Eala's achievement that night wasn't merely advancing to the round of 16. It was showing that heart can outrun fatigue, fear, and pressure. In the most literal sense, she battled pain, both the physical twinge that forced a medical timeout and the emotional strain of trailing early against an Olympian. And yet she didn't quit. She fought. With every single point,